Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So it's been a while since I have made a video on XCN or Onyxcoin. So let's have a look at what has happened since the last time I covered this coin. So this is how it looks like when it comes to the price action. And we did have this, as you can see here, this setup, and it went down from it. And after rejecting it, as you can see here, it retested somewhere around the same level and it went again down here. So we'll talk about this setup in just a second. It is holding well, it is holding quite well at 200 EMA. So if it holds, it can go up, but if it doesn't, we will most likely go down. We'll talk about it in just a second before we go over other things. So now, looking at the token itself, they did a lot of things. They were not that much, but they did launch Onyx AI version 1.1 with advanced model tuning and code optimization. Token creation is now affordable more than ever. So basically, their AI does allow users to create tokens, as you can see here, easily deploy solutions on the XCN blockchain, which is a layer 3 from the community utilizes to complex business automation. So this is the layer 3 chain that they are working on. It is basically built on Arbitrum stake, and it is secured by the base. Usually it's Optimism, but now it's uh, Arbitrum, so that's a bit different, I think. So this is the platform. As you can see here, you can select Ethereum base or Onyx itself, and you can do the bridge for XCN token and other tokens if you wish to do so. Now looking at other things, we have this was another announcement. So Onyx DAO has now optimized support for Coinbase wallet and the base, enabling users to connect and use Onyx AI agents with XCN. So that's pretty interesting. So in theory, it should that should actually help XCN coin. But if we look at the announcement, it was back on 11th June, and we don't have any response from the coin. So okay, so it was not that big one. Anyways, the biggest response was on 16th June. So if we just scroll a bit, let's see what did they do on 16th. So this should be okay. So this was when the token started to go up usually. So I think it has to do with their new calls, including rewarding daily XP for the guest pool. After that, we have okay, so this should have been the biggest pump that helped Onyx as of now. So basically what they did, this is what they did. I will just open here. So basically now what they are doing, they are trying to increase the BNB chain pool. As you can see here, they basically they are trying to increase the liquidity for the BNB chain. So as of now, they are in the phase 1, and they just launched a proposal where they will have 1 million XCN grant to launch an XCN USD pool on PancakeSwap as a part of the phase 1 liquidity deployment on BNB chain. This is a massive amount, so this should increase the demand for the token on the BNB chain for whoever actually wants to trade there. So this is a massive, I think, and this should help the token on the BNB chain as well. As of now, I think if we look at the markets and if we just go the decentralized exchanges, as of now the liquidity, you can say, or the spread is very high on the coin on the pancake. As you can see here, around 0.68%, which is very high, and there is a price difference. So it should actually, I think the spread should go down with the liquidity, and as of now it is only in the proposal, as you can see here. So that's, I think, very interesting. Now if you look at the governance, it's pretty much active. As you can see, there are a lot of things happening, and there are a lot of proposals happening here as well. So that means the demand for the XCN is pretty good, at least from the governance point of view. again if we look here, this is what will happen, and it seems like that this will be successful, and it will end on 19th or 20th, as you can see here. So I think this is a pretty big thing, and it should help the token on the BNB chain, and it should bring more users there as well. Now looking at the price section of the token itself, this is how it looks like. So I think as long as it continues to hold this level, which is basically 200 EMA, which is this yellow line as you can see here, I think it should be pretty good. And if it does go up from here, in the past, if we look here, this is the main level. I will just try to draw here. So this is when the token actually saw a massive this is when the token went up, as you can see here, but it was a trend line. As you can see, it actually went up from this trend line. But if you look here, if I just go here, so this is what happened. It actually broke this trend line, and it had a perfect retest around the trend line. And if we just try to go in the lower time frame, you should be able to see that this retest was a big deal. It actually went up, and it tried to actually hold this level, but it was not able to hold this trend line, and it actually ended up going down. So now the token itself is basically in the 4-hour chart, it is trying to actually break the 200 EMA, but it is using it as a resistance, as you can see. And now if you look at the daily chart, the token is holding 200 EMA. So if it wants to go up, it should go up from here, and I think if it does go up, we will most likely go down from this level. So we have this trend line which was basically rejected, and if it continues to reject this trend line, we should actually stop around 2 cent, as you can see here. So we can actually go up from here, like from 1.3 cent to as high as 2 cent. And if it does breaks the trend line like it did here, so it should actually reject somewhere around 2.1 or even 2.2 or even 2.4. but if it does continues to pump, I think we should be able to go above the trend line if it does so. But I don't think that is possible as of now, because I don't see any hyped news. But again, XCN does have a very strong community, so as soon as there is any news, the token will continue to pump. Because if you look at the past, the token actually pumped like it was a crazy pump. As you can see, it went from 26 to as high as 50 or 5.3 cent, which was a massive pump. But if we look in the past, it has actually jumped as well, as you can see from these levels. But I think as long as it holds this 200 level, it should be okay. So if you look at here, it actually retested at 200 level exactly. So this is how it retested, and now we are at the same level. So if it does goes up, it should be now the time, because if you look here, even back in April, it did actually went below 200 level, and again it saw a massive pump after that as well. So now we have two scenarios: whether it goes down and it retests at this level around 3.8 cent, or even whether it will retest around 0.36, or it will retest around 0.76, or it will actually see a massive pump and ends up rejecting around 4.9 cent or 2.6 cent. Anyways, this was it. I hope you liked the video. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.